One back there. Left seats. Katie, go right back there. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Good one. I'm ready. I'm moving quick. Don't worry.
Max is the funniest person in our 50-person agency. How funny is he? That's really about 12 people. That's really about 7. Max is really 1 in 7. Fun fact. Why is gonorrhea called the clap? I'm looking at my doctor.
She wrote that.
I know her handwriting. She writes my mood medication prescriptions. Fun fact, why is gonorrhea called the clap? Because you diagnose it by clapping the penis between 2 hands, and it oozes. Hey Max, happy 40th. When you go to the barber, do you ask for the lesbian, or do you just show them a picture of Rachel Maddow?
Lesbian material tonight. I love Rachel Maddow. I love her a little more.
Here's why I should pick.
It's Skinner.
I love my wife. But when we got in a fight the other day, and bitches be crazy. Skeet, skeet. Hey, quick survey. What kind of dryer does everyone have? Are you happy with it?
Miles, that's Miles. It's a good question.
LG. All right, one more. Ain't got no smoke ring on. love of my life, the father of my child.
Tom
Tom Word. No, I don't know how to say that again, but it won't be disrespectful. I'm sorry. That's fine. Start it.
So much momentum.
Please welcome to the stage the one, the only, best friend to all,
The father of my load.
father of my load,
Best sister wife ever!
best sister wife,
Yes.
best roommate, Max Fraser.
Thanks, fellas.
And ladies.
I know, I was getting around, I'm doing the whole thing.
Get to the ball!
Let's get one thing straight. I am not. I just want us to be close because I don't want the embarrassment of waiting for a long time. I got it. A lot of gay stuff, dude. It was weird. Good evening, everyone. I'm still working on my set, so if you guys don't mind. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. This is just, I've been really looking forward to this. I've been so excited about it. And so far, everything has been very bearable. So we're doing good. And thank you to Danny and Steven for providing the jams. They had to carry a lot of stuff in for this, so let's give it up. They gotta carry it out. It sucks. It sucks being a man. Drew's like, you don't have drums. It's true. Thank you to Susie. She's always there for me.
Yes.
And she really skirts the line of being supportive or enabling. Thank you for everything. And thank you to Matt. That was the best set I've ever seen. It was. I loved it.
From you.
It was like a little bit longer than it was last night, so I'm gonna go a little bit quicker because Matt was like, "I got a tight 5." That was like a Tara Reid, sloppy 10. I think she's hot. It's sloppy. Smokes too much. I want to thank you guys all for coming. That's why, like, when Matt was doing jokes, I was like, don't look at me, I think everything is funny. Don't look at me. It was great.
I needed it for support.
I know, it was good. But I want to thank Brian for coming. It was supposed to be a surprise, but I got an update from Domino's that Brian's delivery address changed, so he's on his way. And I want to thank Skinner for bringing pork butt. And for bringing food. Is that gross or was that bold? Was that just gross? Just gross? Alright.
And mean. Yeah.
Well, just wait. Just wait. You guys thought the deaf shit was bad? I know it's kind of weird to be asked to your friend's basement for a speaking engagement, but I feel kind of like a cult leader up here, but not because of the show, it's because I've married 12 of you. So, that's a lot, and I guess the other half of you care about what God thinks, so either. And I haven't told people this story yet, but I did a wedding outside of the friend group once.
What?
I know.
Oh.
I like the bowl as a problem. I like it. I like my girls like I like my scotch. 14 years old and on coke. Olsen twin joke. Olsen twin. That's not Victor's handwriting. Good one. I did a wedding outside the group once. And I don't think I've ever told a story because I was afraid of legal ramifications, but it was these young kids and they were already married because they wanted to live together on a military base. and they weren't that young. Now, I see why I haven't told people, but they weren't. It was in Topeka, so they were over 13 in Topeka. You gotta be over 13. They were in love. They're still married. I'm a little nervous about the live streaming. I'm giving too many hints, but it's in Topeka. We all know that now. They're in love. We all know that now.
They're still married.
They're still married.
Woo!
They have 2 children whose names are. Almost got me. No, but they're like, hey, can you do our parents are very religious. Can you do a fake wedding for us? And I was like, yeah, I don't know if any of them have been real. We can do that. I was like, one of them was on leap day, so I don't know if that's real.
1 year.
1 year. Happy 1 year.
Made it.
And I was like, yeah, no problem. Wasn't worried about it at all. And then I kind of forgot it was like a deeply religious thing. And I went there, and everyone was treating me like I was a pastor. And I got so nervous because like everyone was like, hey, being very respectful. And then when the food came out, the DJ was like, Father, go ahead and get us started. And so I had to go in line. I was shaking so bad. I was like, and then I sat down at the table, and I was afraid they were going to ask me to, pray. So I just was like, when they started coming over, I just put my head down. This is true. It was awful. And when I looked up, like everyone else's head was down, I was like, fuck. I was so nervous. I was like, get me out of here. And then like people kept asking me questions, and one lady was like, what church are you at? And I was like, we're online now. And then she was like, where'd you study? And I was like, Jesus Christ, Mary Beth, what's the fucking follow-up? God damn it. It's not that weird to be in our basement. My grandpa Gene and grandma Nellie used to have parties in their basement. And Grandpa Gene was an accountant, but he had some good bits, and I'd like to perform one of those for you now. It's called the One-Armed Accountant. How should we do this?
What is happening?
It's the One-Armed Accountant counting change.
Oh my God.
But I updated it like. Hang on. I updated it like 10 years ago when the new quarters came out, and so now this is the new One-Armed Accountant change with a new twist. Is that Delaware? It's gonna be a minute. It'd actually be easy to count change with an erect wiener because there's no fingers in your dick. Fun fact: Brian Williams boils his hot dogs.
So does Jillian. Ain't nothing wrong with boiled hot dogs.
Is this a boiling hot dogs crowd? Okay, I'm learning a lot tonight. Like I learned that like we all go, hey! That's new. That's a new thing we started doing collectively.
We all in there.
I have to explain this to my friends who don't know all you later. I'm like, they're like, are they from Boston? I'm like, hey! I never met my grandpa, but I asked my grandma to tell me a story about him once, and she was like, well, we were both in bed, and I was like, Jesus, Grandma, with the sex shit, right? The first thing? And she was like, yeah, we were in bed, and he looked me in the eye, and he said, Nellie, do you love me no matter what? And she said, of course, Gene, what's wrong? And then he farted and threw the blanket over her. And he also liked to shoot films. What? Shoot films? No. No, I had an awkward pause. I didn't know they would. He liked to shoot pornography and what? No. He liked to shoot films like me. I was trying to say like we're alike. And I have this one.
Oh!
Fun fact. Non-dairy creamer is flammable.
Woo!
You know what else is flammable? Honey.
You?
You seen that movie? You seen that movie?
No.
The honey? All right. Oh, okay. I know my grandpa. So I have a film of him, and he's in Colorado, and it's like this. It's a great pan. It's a beautiful creek, and you know it shows my grandpa, and my grandpa's standing like people used to stand. You know, so it was a contortionist. And then he sees the camera, and he looks at the camera, and he goes. I was like, is that the first time that was used? Did we invent this? Should we be rich right now? And I think it's awesome that we're all getting older and we have such a big friend group. And because I don't remember our parents ever having friends. And we still spend the night at each other's houses sometimes. That's pretty weird. Because, Britt, can you imagine if like dad called and he was like, mom picked up the phone, she's like, what's that? I see. I see. Kids, your dad's staying with Roy tonight. She'd be like, what's wrong? And I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about. I feel like your parents didn't have friends either because whenever all the kids are around, everyone's like, oh, this is Uncle Max and Uncle Steven and Aunt Luke. Because you don't have a word for it. This is my adult friend who's going to be in my life forever. And it's fucked up because, like, who would you ask to hook up you and your friends when you were kids? You'd be like, hey, you'd be like, let's hang out. Like, when it got to the details, you'd be like, can your mom talk to my mom? Like, what do they know about being friends? They'd get on the phone, they'd be like, smoking cigarettes, like, I'll pick up if you drop off. There's only one in the bowl left, so let's save it. All right, one time I was at Kevin Stevenson's house. And, like, it was time to go home, and no one could take me home, and I called my dad, Bart. He was out there watching tonight. He's not watching. It's at the current game, and well, it's been over for a couple hours, so I hope he's not. There's a couple stragglers. I was at Kevin Stevens' house. This is a true story, and no one could take me home, even though there's like 12 people there. And I called Bart. He's like, I can't pick you up, and he goes, call a taxi. I was like, so I had to ask to borrow a phone book. And then I had to call a taxi, and I'm glad that this is an older crowd because if it was a younger crowd, I'd sound like I was talking about the time that axle broke on our wagon on the Oregon Trail. I had to call a taxi, and like they showed up. I'd never even seen a taxi before. And
Was it Ace or Veteran?
I think it was Ace. You know, I got in the front seat, and I was like, I don't know. And I was so nervous. He was like, what's the address? And I was so nervous I forgot. And I go, it's somewhere on Broadway. Like I was in New York. I was like, if you pass a big green dinosaur, I'll know where from there. And so nervous.
That was the most loving
Very
joke.
Yeah, that's not my job.
Nobody else there is.
This is the stuff you start thinking about when you get older.
Yeah.
It's like, I think about how I'm doing as a parent, and sometimes I let Jack do something just because I want to see where he's going with it. Like, we almost weren't here tonight because last night I left a box too close to the stairs, and he ran and jumped in it and went down the stairs. And he hit the wall, and we were both shocked, and we look at each other, and we both go, don't tell mom, don't tell mom. But it was the perfect box for that, and like, you live so many lives when you see them doing something like, oh, hospital, we're going to the hospital tonight. Right? He's fine. But I let him do stuff. I want to see where he's going with it. Like,
Sure he's fine? We haven't seen him.
he didn't hit the
We
wall.
would take him to the doctor.
Yeah, I would immediately. I took him to the
I'm
doctor.
surprised you didn't take him to the doctor.
I thought about it. I was like, you okay? But one day he was licking screws. And I was just watching him. He's like, he licked one, he put it down. It was when we were building this stage. Dust step in the middle, and then That's what we've all told each other. But when he was licking screws, he was like, one screw. He licked another screw. He did it like 4 times until he saw me looking at him, and he looks at me and he goes, these all taste the same. I was like, you can ask me some stuff. Like, I'm going to tell you some stuff. But, and then raising Jack, like, I know what it's like to work with me now, Lane. Because, like, there was one day I had to be in at 9 o'clock, which sounds like pretty easy, but Jack couldn't decide what blanket he wanted. I was like, do you want Disney Halloween blanket or Nightmare Before Christmas blanket? And he turned to the window and he goes, what are all the blankets that I have? And Susie was like, bunny blankie, Christmas blankie. She started listing them off because she's carrying that mental load. I don't have a joke about this, but can I just, I knew I messed up when I said I had 10 things on my mind. I knew the second I messed up, because Susie was like, okay. And she put out her phone, started texting the board of directors. I was like, oh, I was like, this is going to the set. This is going to the set. And listen, I can't, a lot of people made jokes about people who couldn't read words on a page. A lot of people made jokes about people with learning disabilities. I'm just saying, I can't think about more shit. I can't do it. I've passed this house twice this week thinking about this set. I just was thinking about it. I was like, oh shit, where am I? And then I gotta turn GPS on. I'm like, I don't know. It all looks the same. Twice.
That's not a joke.
It's not a joke. I can't think about more shit. I can't do it.
Very common.
Listen, I would if I could. If I had a ticker tape in my head, I would.
Women are superior.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Hit the ball. It was a little early. Let's give it up for the house band. Danny and Steven came to the rescue after Jack and his preschool recorder band got a better gig. Take that, Jack. See, I'm right. Parenting Jack, that's what we're talking about. I see myself in Jack, and it's crazy, but I also see a lot of Susie in there. Our neighbor Brian likes to be in the yard a lot because he's a sneaky smoker. He smokes in the garage, you know what I mean? You pass him and he backs in the garage, but you see smoke come out. I don't know. Brian, he's right over there. Not our Brian. Who's also a sneaky smoker. No. But he was mowing the lawn in winter, and Jack went out there and he was like yelling at me. He was like, "Why are you even mowing the lawn, Brian? It's not even growing." And I had to have a talk to him. I was like, "Just leave Brian alone, dude. Like, you don't gotta talk to Brian like that." And then the very next day, this is in February. This is still winter. Next day, he was mowing the front lawn. I feel like he can hear me a little bit, but. And we're live streaming, and I'm friends with his wife. But I love Brian. Jack's a little judgmental is all I'm saying. And we pulled up after daycare, and Brian was out mowing the front yard. And I looked at Jack, and I saw a look that Susie gives me at restaurants a lot. I was like, oh no. And then Jack said the thing that Susie says at restaurants. Jack was like, I'm gonna say something. I was like, don't, dude, just don't. And sometimes I get frustrated with Jack because it's hard to get him to brush his teeth, okay? And I recently confirmed something I've suspected for years. And it's that Susie doesn't care about brushing Jack's teeth either, okay? And I know this because Susie's been, every time I'm like, oh babe, I need help with brushing Jack's teeth, she's been super supportive. She's like, yeah, I'll help you. Which if I say like, hey, I need you help with something, she's like, you need help with something? I've been doing everything. So I thought it was weird that she was so supportive about the tooth thing. And then when I get back from a trip, I'd be like, did you guys brush your teeth? And Susie and Jack would be like, yeah, we did. And I found out that it was the same day as the blanket thing, because it was hectic. I was like, babe, can you brush Jack's teeth? And she goes, what does it matter? They're baby teeth. Gotcha! Of all people, Susie, who still has a baby tooth right now. She's one of 2 people in this room. out?
I was brushing my teeth.
Another case again. Great. She's never gonna brush again. Wow.
Brush my teeth.
We know. Jack's got a bright future. That's crazy. She's worried about it. I can tell she's like upset that you lost it because she's upset. But Susie's an incredible mother, and she's an amazing wife. And she got us this beautiful house, and we try to keep it really clean. But anytime Susie cleans, it comes with a decree. Like if I get home and the kitchen's clean, Susie will pop out and be like, "New rule! Dirty dishes go in the sink!" I'm like, "Oh, they're supposed to go in the washer. That wasn't go on." Like before the party, she cleaned the bathroom, her bathroom. She popped out and she goes, "New rule! If you use the toilet, you flush the toilet." I'm like, "What have you been doing? There were toilets."
Don't flush the toilet.
Ooh, God.
Yes.
Looking for jokes in that bowl.
Do you want a fun fact about Frito-Lays?
Go ahead.
Chips.
I'm just shook by the tooth thing that Fanny lost a tooth to. But it's weird because when I was growing up, it was our dad who was always making new rules, and they were usually about Britt being out too late. My sister Britt, everybody. Britt would be out too late, and Bart would be up waiting for her to get back, and Haley would be up too because she was playing Sims with her real family. Waiting for Drew Carey to show up in a limo. Do you guys remember that? It was like a weird marketing thing. Yeah, if your party was good enough in Sims, Drew Carey would show up in a limo. Ask Haley. Ask Haley. But I'd be up with Bart because at the time, I was Britt's attorney. So he'd be getting madder and madder the later it got, and I'd be like, Your Honor, we don't know if she's dead yet. And then we would see the headlights pull up down the street, and we'd hear the radio get closer, and be like, I remember running through the wet grass. And then Jillian would like, and then like Britt would get out, and like Heidi would be like topless at the top of the Bronco.
No, the Bronco would be topless, not Heidi would be topless.
You don't know Heidi, babe. First boobs I ever saw. I know. I wasn't. Christy's not here tonight. If Christy would have been here, her sister, my other cousin, I would have said that. This is on Christy. Anyways, Britt would like charge in with her opening arguments. Bart would be like, "Why am I paying $8.99 for a pager service if you're not gonna use it?" And Britt would be like, "They don't have phones in Weston." I was like, "We don't know if they do, Your Honor." And then Bart would be like, "New rule, you don't answer your pager, you're grounded for 2 weeks." And then Britt was like, "If it's a new rule, I shouldn't be in trouble now." I was like, "Sustain! Sustain!" This is the stuff you start thinking about when you're getting older, you know? I don't feel old yet, but I am starting to see some signs. And I can see how people get old. And I've been pulling my pants up more, you know, and I can see after like 30 years of pulling my pants up a lot, one day I might just be like, "Well, fuck this! I don't feel this!" Try falling down from here! I've been thinking about wearing, what are they called? Overalls thing.
Me too.
I was thinking about because, not because I'm getting older, because I want to be helpful in emergencies. Like if I fall in a canyon and the helicopter's like, "Hey, we're going to send a harness down." I'd be like, "No need." It's getting harder to maintain my weight. I do that thing now where if someone talks about my shirt, I'm like, like I gotta look at it too. Look at my fucking stomach. My vape pen. And I also learned something about getting older from some of you in here. Like older men say "huh" a lot or like "what" a lot, but it's not that they're losing their hearing. It's like, we just need a little bit longer to think about what you say. So we're just buying time. And I learned this from the pro, Danny West. He'll put headphones on at work, and yeah, huh. He'll put headphones on at work, and you can tell when Danny's listening to music because it's loud and it sounds like, you know, like
organs?
Yep.
Trying to be ironic.
It sounds like,
Orchestra.
I'm just gonna see how many band. Sounds like this. I was just seeing how many bands Victor was gonna name. He's 7-Fold Blood Brothers. But Danny will take so long. Like, someone will come in and they'll ask Danny a question like, "Hey, Danny, do you think I can get this bowl?" And Danny hears the whole thing. There's no indication that they stopped talking or anything. That's how I know. Because then Danny will just wait till they're done, and then Danny will go, "Huh." Master class. Danny's so good at it. Sometimes he'll text you, like, I'll text him something like a long thing, and he'll just text back, "Huh?" And I don't know if you've ever gotten the text "huh" back, but you gotta start over. It's like, I'll try a different approach. I don't know what. It's a master. It's a master, Rachel. This is the weird part. I know it's getting harder for me to relate to young coworkers. I was talking to some the other day, and this girl at work was like, my old manager would always like comment on my clothes, and it was so gross. And without thinking about it, I was like, yeah, I had a manager who, when I would count money at night, he would put porn on and jerk off in the same room as me. That's how she reacted. And then that's the same way she reacted. And like, I never thought about it, and then when she reacted like that, I was like, am I a victim? I was like, am I a survivor? It's like,
You just want some raisins?
yeah, he would. How do you know where it was, Fanny? I didn't say shit. I didn't say a time. I didn't say shit. Watch it. We're live streaming. He just, you know, jizz in the trash can. And like, part of my duties were like to take out the trash. I didn't think anything about it. I never thought about it.
Is this real? Yeah.
I'll tell you after the live stream.
We all knew who it was, too.
Did you make eye contact?
No, what?
'Cause I'm a survivor. No, it didn't affect me at all. It didn't affect me at all, except I don't like counting money. And I haven't done the one-armed accountant in 10 years. Tom Socko. Yeah. Getting older is all about maintenance. And sometimes I forget, you know, like we went to Disney this year, okay? It was magical. I talked about it a lot. I talked about it a lot until I started finding people who were like too into you talking to it. It's always someone you don't know that well.